Welcome to Crisscross World. All of these apps use a single system called UPI. So are these apps safe and is UPI safe? So regardless of which app you use, the underlying technology that goes in and helps you transfer money from that one bank account to another bank account is something called the Unified Payment Interface. The Unified Payment Interface was developed by the National Payment Corporation of India in 2016. It's based out of the IMPS network, which is the instant money transfer protocol that was developed between banks to transfer money 24/7. And now that is developed with a higher layer of security and also functionality across devices and nodes. What that means is that now you can use your mobile phone to transfer money from one bank account to another bank account across a variety of apps. So yes, a question comes up, is it safe to use UPI? Yes, it is safe to use UPI because it is something that is supported by the government and there are very tight security measures that are placed on the system. What are they? So firstly, you have to ensure that your mobile phone number is connected with your bank account number. Once that is done, you have to also ensure that you have your debit card and all information regarding your bank account when you have to go ahead and sign up for UPI. After that process, every single time you go ahead and make a transaction, the phone goes ahead and verifies your PIN and your mobile number on the SIM card that's on the phone at that point. So if somebody goes ahead and changes your SIM card, you deactivate your SIM card, the service stops functioning. And that is the best part about the security network that's existing, right? None of these apps that's on top of the UPI network can go ahead and decide how this transaction can happen or go ahead and make a faulty transaction by getting hacked. If only the main system of UPI gets hacked, will you have any problems of those sorts, which is something that is far from happening. Right? So at that point, is UPI a completely safe service? Probably not, because there can be problems on the UPI network as well, because fraudsters can convince you to give up your PIN and make the transaction happen from your end itself without accessing another phone, or even go ahead and get another SIM card and have access to your debit card information and go ahead and create a new PIN for your UPI network and use the same. All of these problems are things that have to be taken care by the customer to ensure that they don't give up personal information to unnecessary sources. This problem exists with debit cards, credit cards, bank accounts, and any form of electronic transactions. Rest assured, UPI network is safer than the Paytm and free charge wallets that you have out there, because those are proprietarily controlled by these companies, and a hack on these companies' software will necessarily go and break down all of these things. Whereas the NPCI goes in and directly controls UPI, and it will not be something that can be broken down by going in and hacking into one of the apps that is already on the App Store, or like Paytm, Google Pay, Phone Pay, or any of these things. So you can use all of these apps to go and transfer money across these apps, and this is going to be through a very, very safe and secure mode, and it goes in and fastens the process by 10 times than when it used to be that you had to go and place an IMPS request to a bank account, right? So now UPI helps you send money with the ease of doing it through just mobile numbers, and it is a very largely safe service. So the amount of time it's saving, it is a very convenient service, and we think that if you're able to go ahead and ensure that you don't give up your personal information unnecessarily to someone, UPI remains a very, very safe service. In the future, NPCI also plans to add Aadhaar based biometric onto the network, at which point you can use your fingerprint to go ahead and verify transactions, making it a lot more safer than a PIN number that you go ahead and set for the same. But if anybody has to change your PIN, they need access to your phone, your bank account linked SIM card, your debit card, and an OTP from your bank. So I think it's very, very hard to go and break the system and steal money from you, but if somebody wants to, they can. So just be safe and diligent when you go ahead and use the UPI service, but rest assured, it is a very, very safe service to use.